hard. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to last time that I checked. It was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep last time that I checked. I was selling.
The Clippers win the opening tip as we get things started at Staples. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play on the first possession of the game. Nuggets with the basketball. To Porter. Michael Porter Jr. above the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Murray into the front court. They're down 3. Clippers have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And count it at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on this team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Strong finish for Paul George.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Murray into the front court. They trail by 7. To Jokic. Off the mark. And a chance coming up at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Paul George has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he makes them both. Murray with it. 9-point margin. Montrezl Harrell swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Marcin Gortat with a piece. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Leonard. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 4. Good start.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
It's Denver's ball. And a nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Gortat to Beverly. It goes down.
So many concerns about his strength and, more importantly, his durability. But he looks solid on that play.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and 1. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Nikola Jokic. Tough matchup against George. To Porter. The pass set it all up.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first. Second and 3. Got it. Hits all 3 free throws. Martin into the front court. Down 8. To Jokic. Montrezl Harrell pins it. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Gortat. Beverly. George. To Leonard. Beverly. Leonard. Can't connect. Murray with the basketball. Margins 8. Marcin Gortat. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. For 3, and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Nuggets have the possession. Patrick Beverly rejects it. Paul Millsap. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here comes the screen. Leonard to Beverly. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you headhunt.
Leonard to George. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
He throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Fires the 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Murray into the front court. He'll run the offense. Marcin Gortat sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening. A big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Paul George. He'll get it down low to Harrell. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. And count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nuggets have the possession. To Jokic. Won't go down. Leonard. Not that time. He missed it. To Jokic. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Second one's good. Splits the pair. To Leonard. Goes to the left side. Oh, Millsap snatching it out of the air. Nuggets able to recover. Clippers have got it. George, defended by Jeremy Grant. To Beverly. George, textbook defense. Denver's got it. Jokic to Millsap. Oh, Millsap, 2 of 4 now.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Jeremy Grant, a couple of free throws on the way. Career mark of 64%. Oops, he missed the first one. Off the mark, 0 for 2 at the line. To Beverly. Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
To Will Barton. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Leonard to Williams. Beverly to Leonard. Beverly. Hat-trick Beverly. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Murray into the front court. Down 11. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. To Beverly. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Denver ball right now. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter, but if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
Murray with it. Trailing by 10. To Will Barton. Trying to cash in. Yes. It drops. A little drama on that one. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot. To Millsap. Oh, Millsap. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Old school equals high percentage.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Beverly. From the outside, no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Clippers with the basketball. Lets it fly from long range. That won't go. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Martin into the front court. Drilling, the crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Timeout called here by the Clippers, as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. It remains Nuggets basketball. Millsap. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Time to shuffle things up. They get it down to Millsap. Oh, he had it. Beverly to Korver. From the painted area, won't go down. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Korver knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Will Barton. And the denial.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Millsap. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Has a chance and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. Slams it down. Desperation shot here from half court. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on... Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed?
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hey, I got
Deep left corner. From long range. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard to Beverly. Leonard. And the rebound taken by Millsap.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay. And you can't lunge like that.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Porter. Layup goes down. Well done.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Clippers have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Porter over to the right side. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Beverly. Not that time. He misses. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Montrezl Harrell at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. Barton gets it in the left corner. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Tony Parker. He's 2 for 2 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nuggets with the basketball. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Beverly. Parker. Cleans it up. To Beverly. Parker. For 3. Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Beverly into the front court. Up by 3. Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Parker. Curling inside. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Martin into the front court. 5-point game. Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. Sizing up the defense. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. That's a 5-second violation. Changes coming from both sides right now. Barton. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Gortat. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Martin into the front court. Down 3. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's the Clippers with the possession now to Williams. Beverly. To Williams. Oh, had him going there for a second. Offensive rebound. Beverly to Korver. LA with 4 to shoot. Beverly to Williams. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Works it up top.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Martin into the front court. They trail by 2. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Will Barton at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 66% in this contest. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Paul George. 3 for 6 now.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Slam dunk Will Barton. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
George. And the rebound taken down by Jokic. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Michael Porter at the line. Nope. First one does not go. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Williams. Pass there. Taken away by Denver.
We going to see a team take the lead here?
And he finishes at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
It's Denver's ball. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Strong finish for Paul George.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Murray with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Millsap to Porter. Jamal Murray. And 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's PG for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. 4 out of 7.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Williams. Down low George. It's a big finish.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to Parker. Tony Parker. He's now 4 for 6.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Murray into the front court. They trail by 1. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jamal Murray has got 2 shots coming for his career, 89%. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. He's looking for that touch. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Whoa! What a finish!
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Nuggets have the possession. Trying to cash in, and he hits.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
To Jokic. Throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Millsap. Porter. No, he missed a short one there. To Parker. Tony Parker. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
To Millsap. Porter. Passed it off. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
George to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Nuggets have the possession. To Porter. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul George. And he'll head to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. To Millsap. Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. above the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Paul George trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Murray into the front court. They trail by 7. Beverly. Knocked loose. Nuggets have it. Tough make through traffic.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Clippers have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Time expires to end the first half. The Clippers have the lead.
The Clippers are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Nuggets are keeping things exciting in a close matchup.
And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Denver's got it. Good look that time, but off the mark. To George. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Marcin Gortat, huge block. 4th this contest. George.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Denver ball right now. To Jokic. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Beverly to Leonard.
Here we go. Double team.
Paul George. A pass stolen by the Nuggets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in a stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Leonard. 5 on the shot clock. Can't connect.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Leonard. Beverly. Probing the defense. Leonard. It's good.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Murray with it. His guys down 11. To Millsap. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Beverly to Leonard. To Beverly. George. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Porter. To Jokic. Has a chance. Shot by Jokic. Off the iron, no good. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Surveys the floor. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. To Leonard. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul Millsap. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
He's so good down low. This 4-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of them.
Leonard to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Paul George to Beverly. Here's a chance from long range. Not done yet. Gets it at the top of the key. George to Beverly.
Double team. Here we go.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Nuggets with the basketball. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Leonard to Paul George. To Leonard. Fires the 3. He's not shy about shooting from out there, but he misses this time. Curling inside. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Time for some new personnel into the game. LA Clippers with the basketball to George. Leonard to Gortat. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George lets it fly, draws the double, and still hits.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Jokic. Nice pass to set things up.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Leonard to Gortat. Paul George to Leonard. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. Murray with the basketball. The deficit now up to a dozen. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend it.
To Beverly. George can't go down. Smothering defense. Murray into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Leonard to Beverly. To Paul George. Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Clippers have the basketball. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. From the outside, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Murray into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Porter to Will Barton. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up. Leonard to George. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Marcin Gortat able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Millsap. Montrezl Harrell with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's LA Clippers ball to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Paul George. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Murray with it. Trailing by 14. To Jokic. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up.
I got him. Here we go.
Leonard. Flushes it home.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Are in the penalty. Substitutions, Denver.
Jokic to Will Barton. Going to launch beyond the arc. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. He gets it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Get a hand up on that.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Denver's ball. To Jokic. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Down to 5 on the 24. Short jumper won't fall.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Foul number 2, Los Angeles Clippers.
Will Barton at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 75% so far tonight. Misses the first. Oh, he missed on a pair.
Number 13, Paul George.
Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Clippers so far. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing that.
Leonard to George. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Oh, nice find for the basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Nuggets have the possession. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. To Beverly. Down low for Leonard. To Beverly. Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended. Murray with the basketball. Trailing by 15. Can't connect from inside. George to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Leonard. The monster stuff. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Beverly to Leonard. From long range. Missed it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nuggets have the possession. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Jeremy Grant. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Block up. Here he comes.
End score, strong take.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Barton on the drive, can't finish. Williams across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Leonard. Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard to Williams. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good. To Leonard. 4-3. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard, pass there, taken away by Denver. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, emphatic slam.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
We flash him, bump him.
LA with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. And the rebound's taken by Plumlee.
Stop the ball.
Hands up, get the board.
Wide open look, won't go.
Here we go, my ball. I got ball. I'm here.
Here's Leonard for 2. Knocks down a tough shot. That was smothering defense.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Denver's got it. To Will Barton. For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Big pick right there.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. Hernan Gomez grabs the rebound. Murray into the front court. His guys down big. Kawhi Leonard swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Leonard to Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Leonard fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes.
Give me stairs. I'm coming. Give me stairs.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
Right, right.
To Parker. George sizing up Jeremy Grant. Here's a chance from long range. Rebound reeled in by the Nuggets.
And this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Short jumper off the mark. George and the rebound corralled by Jokic. Martin into the front court. Down a bundle.
Cutter coming through. Bump, 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 bump.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. It's the Clippers with the possession now.
I got ball. I'm here. I'm here.
I got ball.
Hit.
George, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Martin into the front court. His guys down big.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Millsap. And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Beverly. Korver. To Beverly. Fires the three. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot. To Porter. Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
You got to get up on that.
To Beverly. Korver. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Beverly. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Will Barton has got 2 shots coming. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Beverly. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Slam dunk Will Barton. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Korver. Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Beverly to Korver. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend. Denver ball right now. Barton. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Williams. Off the mark. Down low for Harris. Kyle Korver with a piece.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Corver to Beverly. Hat-trick Beverly. Now 4 for 9.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Harden on the drive, can't finish. Another follow, still no good. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Corver. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers
got the win in a nail-biter.
I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Nuggets must be devastated after such a close loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Los Angeles Clippers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
from the back porch. Back then with dreams of a stacked fortune. Black kid with dreams by any means to see some cell phone keys to a black portion. That American pie, he just wanna portion. Product of that environment that he was forced in. Changed course when it's out of control. Feel it down in my soul. Fast forward and foresee that fork in the road. Listen, mention you on the road, foreign car whipping. It's mind bending. Open your eyes, I'm bending the rules. Time ticking. The time's different on a globe where every soul trying to survive in it. That's the main concern. Whole hood celebrate when the tables turn, you see. Feels like I'm on the cusp. Great forever, forever's not long enough, it's just